So today we're looking at Tim's bike, and his pulling power is not very good. It's running a bit sluggish, won't go beyond about 60 mile an hour. Is that what you think, Tim? Yeah, so it won't run beyond 60 miles an hour, so we're a bit down on power. Seems to be, we've had it running outside and it sounds alright, it idles nicely and picks up on the throttle fairly well. So the first thing I'm going to do is just do a compression check on it and see what that's like in case the valve clearances have closed up. If the compressions are down, we'll then go on to check the valve clearances. If the compressions are okay, then I think I'm going to start looking at the carburetors. So here we've got a compression tester, and we're going to screw that into the cylinder, check the compressions. I want the compressions to be within at least 10% of each other. So if it's significantly below about 8 or 9 bar, which is around about 125, 130 psi, then I'm going to start to be worried, and they should, both compressions should be within a result of 10% error either way. So what we've screwed the compression tester into the cylinder head, and we've switched on the ignition. The thing to remember when you're doing this test is to have both sparking plugs removed and reinstalled in the spark plug leads and resting on the cylinder heads. That's to ensure that you don't overload the ignition system and overstress the ignition system when you're conducting the test. Now have a warm engine, open the throttle wide, and if we watch the gauge as I spin the starter, you keep cranking it until the needle stops moving. And you can see there we've got a compression pressure there of just on 9 bar. Creeping down a bit now, but that's because my compression tester's leaky. But we went up to 9 bar on that one. Okay. So now we conduct the same test again. Just crank the engine until the needle stops moving. And we've got just over 8 bar on that, so there's 1 bar difference between the two, so that's, what's that, just a little over 10%, but that's acceptable, just about. Any more than that, and we may well find that if we adjust the valve clearances, we may find that we've got a slightly tight valve there, which will affect it. So I think what we'll do next is check the valve clearances just in case we've got a slightly tight valve clearance, and then look at the carburetors. Okay, we're just checking the last valve clearance, but that feels okay actually. No adjustment needed there. So we've been through all the all 4 valves and checked the clearances. There's no tight valves, so the difference between compression pressures is not because we've got a tight valve, and as I said before, I'm not that too concerned about the difference there. It's a little bit borderline, but I think we can live with that. So the next thing we're going to look at is the carburetors.